up, everybody? Today we're going to be reviewing the Hiya Toys flameborn Rodan from Godzilla King of the Monsters. So to start off this review, this is a sort of repaint of the original Rodan figure because this one has UV light painting along the edges of his wings. And I'm going to say now, I sadly do not have a UV light to showcase this in the review, but along the edges of his wings, he has UV lighting. So to start off this review, let's cover his paint and detail. So this guy's sculpt is amazing. He's definitely the definitive Rodan figure. There's not many Monsterverse Rodan figures out there except the SHMA and the NECA, but this is definitely the definitive one that you would get, especially because it's still being made. So the aftermarket prices, I would say, are not worth it for the SHMA Mothra and Rodan 2-pack. And the NECA Rodan, I haven't really seen it anywhere, but you could hunt it down if you want. I do think it's the best Rodan for its value, since it's only like $20 or $25. I don't remember the MSRP. But this guy has a nice brownish charred looking color on his body, which is really good. They spread the black around the figure really well. I think they did an amazing job with that, like on his back, along the edges of his wings here. It looks super good. I don't have the best lighting right now, but I know on camera he does look mostly black except for here. But he does have a lot of oranges in the crevices, even though it looks like brown on camera. But yeah, the edges of his wings look fantastic. Really gives off the lava effect. You can really tell the difference here from here. And along the tail too. I like it on the tail the most. It looks really good. It's the most vibrant here. And it is present on the inside of the wings as well, and on the inside of the tail. Super good. Really love it. One of my favorite part of the figure that has to do with paint. And his feet and legs are a different color than his body, but not that much. It's on the lighter brownish side, so it's kind of different. And then on the top and the torso of his body, it is going to be almost a blackish color, but I would say it is mostly a really dark brownish color instead of black. It's not black yet, but it kind of is. And then in the crevices of all the details here, you get the lightest orange color, which is really cool. And on the top of the wings here, really amongst the whole figure, all of his crevices from his detail, you're gonna have that really good looking orange. And on the head, his head is gonna look just a tiny bit funny because it does not match his upper body. Like you can see on the head here, the orange is kind of looks weird compared to here, but that's fine. It looks more like here, his head paint, than his body paint, but I don't mind it. I like it. And the paint on the horns is going to be good, and the top of the head looks great. The inside of his mouth is going to have a lightish pink. His tongue is going to be almost gray, but I'd say a light pink color. And then the roof of his mouth is going to be like a brownish orange type color. I don't think it's going to focus on the roof of his mouth. It's too small. And his neck is going to be nicely painted. It blends into the sculpt really well. When you push it back like this, it looks super good. It's going to be that same color around his body. Super nice. And moving on to articulation on this guy. Really good. This guy's articulation, I don't know if some people would say he's better for his looks or his articulation, but his articulation is fantastic. It is really good. So at the head area, he can look up this far. His horns do get in the way, so beware of that. He can look this far down, and if you do push it down far enough, not the sculpting, the floating piece, that's his neck, it can pop off like that, see? Right there. But you can just push it back and hold his head down, so that'll fix it. You're gonna get a nice side to side. Super good. And for his torso articulation, you're gonna get an arching back this far. You're gonna get an ab crunch this much in, super good. And then he does have articulation on his tail. So you will get this much up from his tail and this much down on his tail. It can rotate, so you can get side to sides. Super good. And for leg articulation, you're gonna have this much of a spread, this much of closing in. He's gonna have a ball joint here, so you can get all the movement there. Same thing on the other leg. And you have a bend like this. And it goes in that much. And then your foot can go up that much and straightened out. Can't really go back that far, but super good. It's pretty much the same on the other leg. And onto his wings, which have a great range of movement. It is going to be bendy wire. I don't push my bendy wire figures that much, but it's super flexible. Really good. You can get any pose you want with these wings. You can get his barrel rolling pose. I mean, look at that. It is just fantastic. You're not going to get another Rodan figure that can do that except Hiya's. So yeah, pretty much any degree of movement at the wings. I don't really need to showcase all of that because it's kind of unlimited. And for his shoulder joints, you're going to be able to get him to go up this far down. They will be able to swivel. Same thing on the other side. You can go in this far, up this far. That is going to be his shoulder joints. And do beware, if you do want movie accuracy, you're not really going to get it with some of his poses, because when you do use his flight stand, you will have to open his wings a little bit like this, so they won't be closed all the way like this. Sadly, I don't mind that much, but I know some people would. And for accessories, he has his flight stand. I do want to say, Hiya's flight stands are not the best, especially on their Mothra 2019 figure. I really despise that stand. It is not good at all. But yeah, you have a clamp here. They do get loose over time, especially the Mothra one. And the swivels here are not that good. They're super loose, especially on my 2019 Ghidorah stands. They're extremely loose, and some of the segments on the stand, they do tend to pop off easily. Like this one, that's pretty easy to pop out. And then for some reason, some of them are super tight. Like I can't get off. It's really hard to get off. So for his stand, you're just gonna want to open his wings, get him in whatever pose you want, and clamp. And there you go. Bad pose, I know, but just showcasing how you can use the stand. And you can get it from the other side too. On both sides of his body. Just showcasing, not posing. And that's it for his accessories and the figure. And last part of this video will be showing his box. So he does have a nice box. One of my favorites. It looks super good. A nice vibrant red and orange all over the box. The destroyed city on the bottom. You're gonna have the 16+ warning. Don't come after me, Hiya, but I don't think anybody listens to those and they just buy the figures. Choking hazard, small parts. That probably means if like something popped off the figure, somebody could choke on it if they swallow it. You're gonna have the Toho Legendary Monsterverse and Hiya logos there. Super cool. You're gonna have the Exquisite Basics sign, the title of the movie. The top of the box, pretty much the same thing without the Exquisite Basic. Nothing on this side of the box. Here's the back of the box, and you're gonna have a nice sky pose with all of Hiya's stuff, the name of the figure, all that. Can't really read most of it. The title again, and a nice swooping pose of Rodan. So, super cool box. Forgot to show the bottom. Just the title again. That's pretty much it. And this is the definitive Rodan figure I would recommend to anyone. I just have to say that the original Rodan release does have a little bit better paint on the edges of the wings, but it's pretty much the same figure. And if you want the UV light effect, definitely go with this one. But if you want more red on the wings, go with the OG release. And yeah, thanks for watching.